Hey there, this is the second ever episode of Mac Gaming News Weekly. It's been a heck of a week in Mac Gaming, so let's jump right in. Control Ultimate Edition has dropped on the Mac App Store, and Mac gamers are rejoicing because this one is fire. Unlike the community's poor experiences with Assassin's Creed Shadows last week, Control is a pristine Mac port. It seems to run well on a variety of machines, even down to the lowliest of baseline M1 Macs. The game has already received its first update, with version 1.33 providing minor bug fixes and improvements. And this is a PSA to Mac gamers. We need to support this one. We spend so much time complaining about the lack of great games for our equally great Mac devices, so when a good one comes along, we need to vote with our wallets and buy the crap out of it. And who knows, if we show Remedy some support now, maybe they'll do us a favor and drop Alan Wake 2 on the Mac as well. Anyway, Remedy did put out a tweet saying the game is coming to Steam at some point in the future, so those who would rather grab it there can wait. And that wasn't the only big game to drop on the Mac this week. This one is Wuthering Waves, a free-to-play, open-world action RPG gacha game developed and published by Kuro Games. It was originally released for Android, iOS, and Windows, so it's nice that Mac gamers are getting their turn. I've seen plenty of forum threads with users trying to get the Windows version of this game running smoothly using Crossover or Whiskey, so it's nice that these players will be able to run the game natively on Mac. And hey, the more Mac-native games, the merrier. Next up, Assassin's Creed Shadows for the Mac has received a couple of updates, 1.01 and 1.03. Some say there's a performance uplift, while others can't detect any changes at all. The first update was pretty hefty at more than 9 gigabytes, though users are reporting that they need to download the entire 115 gigabyte game again just to get the update, which is a common issue seen with games on the App Store. Hopefully developers stop this practice, because it's brutal for gamers with slow internet and small SSDs. Next up, if you're an Apple Arcade subscriber, you might be interested in this one. According to a new report from The Information, Apple Arcade is having trouble making money. The report says Apple Arcade likely wouldn't be profitable without the Apple One bundle, and that, if it was a standalone service, there's very little chance it would break even. If you're not familiar, the Apple One bundle is an Apple subscription in which users can bundle together iCloud storage, Apple TV+, news, fitness, music, and arcade. Sources familiar with Apple Arcade's numbers told The Information that the service had just 2 million users in 2019, its first ever year, and around a quarter of those players were on free trials. And it's not the only Apple service that struggles with low usage and profits, according to the outlet. The biggest claim in the report is that Apple TV is losing up to $1 billion a year, while other services like Fitness Plus and News Plus are also said to be struggling. None of this comes as a surprise to me. My wife and I do subscribe to Arcade, mainly for this channel and because we're into a few of the games, but there hasn't been much to get excited about lately. Also, if you haven't read them yet, I'll link mobilegamer.biz's 2 investigative pieces on Apple Arcade from 2024, in which their sources allege that developers from Apple Arcade aren't exactly a happy bunch, as they face poor support from Apple, missed payments, and in one quote, the smell of death around the service. Yikes! Next up, publisher Don't Nod and developer studio Tolima are bringing their musical adventure game Koira to Macs on April 1. You might remember Don't Nod from the Life is Strange series. You should be able to grab this on Steam as of now, so go check it out. And in our last bit of news, Apple's 2025 Worldwide Developers Conference, known by Mac fans as DubDub, finally has a date. The conference will take place from June 9 to 13, with a keynote event in there somewhere. Apple usually announces new software features at DubDub, and they often announce partnerships with AAA game developers, like the ones they've done with Capcom. I'll be watching and will report any gaming news as soon as I can. That's it for this week. For more on Mac gaming, check out the video on screen now. See you next time!